Hello, let's discuss today about the topic that is selective reabsorption, that is for class 11 biology. In my last video, I told about the ultrafiltration of kidney. After ultrafiltration, selective reabsorption occurs, where most of the reabsorptions occur in PCT, then descending loop of Henle and DCT, and some of also occurs in collecting tube, but amount is very less. So let's start. Yeah, about 90% of glomerular filtrate is reabsorbed during their passage through the tubular part of nephron. It occurs mostly in PCT and loop of Henle. 90% of reabsorption occurs particularly in the PCT, that is proximal convoluted tubule, and LH here, that is loop of Henle, or you can say it Henle's loop. Around 2/3, that is 2/3 of the water is reabsorbed in PCT and loop of Henle. This is called obligatory water reabsorption, or you can simply call it as water reabsorption. Okay. Yeah. Now let's discuss about how in the loop of Henle reabsorption occurs. Loop of Henle is a hairpin like a structure of nephron. It is deep inside the medulla. Okay. It is not present in the cortex. It has two parts. I told in the structure of nephron, that is, one is ascending limb and other is descending limb. And reabsorption, mostly water reabsorption, occurs in the descending limb. The loop of Henle permeability of membrane changes. The descending limb is permeable to water, not solutes. If consider it is the loop of Henle. Okay, this is the descending limb and this is the ascending limb. Okay. Descending limb DL and AL, that is ascending limb. Okay, descending limb is permeable to water. That means water is coming out from the descending limb and mix with the body fluid again in the medulla. Only the solutes like NaCl, urea, or proteins, amino acids, whatever present in this here, they are only increase that number or concentration. So concentration of descending limb is more as water leaves the descending limb, because descending limb is permeable to water and impermeable to solute. This is the reason the concentration is more in descending limb than ascending limb. Okay, here descending limb's concentration is more because solute amount is more than the water. The ascending limb is impermeable to water. So let's move to the ascending limb. Here ascending limb, here water is not removed from this part. Only if we take NaCl, one of the solute, NaCl, this solute leaves. Okay, the ascending limb. Remaining is water. If water is present here, the concentration is less and dilution rate is more. So the liquid or fluid is more diluted in ascending limb than the descending limb, because ascending limb is impermeable to water but allow transport of electrolyte activity passively. Here all the things that occurs in passive transport, that means no energy is required. Therefore concentrated filtrate pass out, it gets diluted due to passage of electrolytes to the medullary fluid. Here the concentrated solutes from the descending limbs, when enter into the ascending limb, they become diluted, because here the solutes leave the ascending limb part, and water concentration is more in the ascending limb. If we added water in the concentrated solution, solute, it becomes diluted. Okay, that's why it has written, I have written, concentrated filtered pass upward, that means ascending limb, and it gets diluted due to passage of electrolytes to the medullary fluids. Okay, here I have, because what happens here, if this is this is descending limb and this is ascending limb, both the limbs perform opposite function. The descending limb leaves water while ascending limb leaves the solute, like here this is NaCl. Okay, so they perform opposite function, like the concentration of the descending limb is more while concentration of ascending limb is less, because ascending limb's concentration is less and more diluted fluid is present in the ascending limb. Okay, because two sides of loop of Henle perform opposite functions, it acts as countercurrent multiplier. That the vasa recta, the veins and arteries present around this loop of Henle, around it, acts as the countercurrent exchanger. Okay, this is the cortex. The upper part of this descending limb and ascending limb is known as cortex, and lower part is medulla. Inside the medulla, the movement is occur passively. No energy is needed. Movement of water here in the descending limb, active transport of NaCl, that is inside the medullary fluid. You can see it when descending limb, the filtrate enters, the concentration is 300 ml. Then you can see gradually the concentration is increasing. That becomes 600. The filtrate mainly here, it's NaCl. Then it's 1000. Okay. Then 1200, 1200, and here it's when this solute starts to enter ascending limb, it becomes diluted and the concentration becomes low. Okay. In the loop of Henle, in this loop, the concentration is maximum. Now when it starts entering into the ascending limb, the 1200 ml dilute or filtrate becomes 400, because NaCl leave the ascending limb. Yeah, NaCl leave, and it becomes 100, more diluted towards the distal convoluted tubule. When the fluid reaches to the distal convoluted tubule, it is more diluted. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I think you can understand now. Bye.